กลับมาแล้วครับไม่ได้สตรีมโคตรนานโคตรแบบโคตรนานนะทุกคนกลับมาคราวนี้มากับไฟในการเล่นสตาร์เร็วนะไม่ใช่อะไรครับมีผู้ใหญ่ผู้สนับสนุนด้านหลังครับคือเขาไม่ได้เปย์นะแต่แค่เขาช่วยเล่นให้นี่เรื่องถูกไหมจะมีอันนี้เปิดไอแล้วนี่มันจะมีตัวนี้ที่เขาช่วยพี่ส้มนะพี่ส้มช่วยฟาร์มช่วยปั้นให้ส่วนใหญ่ก็ที่เขาช่วยปั้นให้นะตอนนี้ก็ยังอยู่ระหว่างปั้นนะตอนนี้เพิ่งนะครับกล้ามาด้วยดีใจมากไม่หลุดเลท ไม่หลุดเลทนะทุกคนดีใจ50 5 ดาวไปครับตามชื่อคลิปครับในเรื่องฮะ
The family promised they would protect the guests within the dreamscape, but I witnessed a group of organic life forms making their way to the theme park, and soon after, a rip tore through the sky, and black rain started leaking out of the void. The family needs to provide a reasonable explanation, or I'll take my loved ones and return to reality. I thought the dreamscape was supposed to be a paradise. If it's not, then there's no point staying here.
It appears the good sir has seen many great events. And it's true that an uninvited guest has unexpectedly entered the dreamscape. However, their target is not the ordinary guests, but the ambassadors of the IPC. The family will certainly ensure that the safety of the guests is of the highest importance.
Miss Robin, I know the Bloodhound family has already sealed off the theme park and has control over the situation, but it won't resolve the problem. The family can try their best to protect their reputation, but as a guest, I don't wish to get
ดูแค่แรกๆว่าครับกล้ามาปลุกเราอะไรเงี้ย
No innocent bystanders were affected in this incident. Perhaps the dreamscape is not as perfect as promised, but there's no place safer than dreams under the family's rule. I believe you know this better than I do. If this incident happened in real life, how many people would be able to walk away from it?
พลังงานบางอย่างที่มาหาภาชนะอยู่แล้วก็ครับกล้าเอาพลังงานเหมือนเอาพลังชีวิตเรามาใส่ภาชนะอะไรเงี้ยมันเลยกลายเป็นตัวเราขึ้นมาดูแค่นั้นเลยอุปสรรคอะไรน้องนาด้วยรู้แล้วเพราะว่าดูไปแค่พาร์ทเดียว
With the Charmony Festival about to commence, we will spare no effort in our preparations.
แล้วผมเล่นนี่ก็สกิปนะสกิปเรื่อยๆเลย
To express our apologies, the family has
เล่น
arranged
ไง
to skip.
เล่นแล้วก็น่าสนใจนะแล้วผมจะไปนั่งดูนะครับทุกคน
Hello, may I ask what happened
ดี
here?
นะครับ
Nothing to be worried about. There's been a small rehearsal mishap at Clock Studios theme park. Please stay calm.
Hey, are you a fool? You don't even recognize Miss Robin? Who do you think you're talking to?
I'm sorry. I've just been transferred to the Bloodhound family, and I'm still not too used to working on the streets. I didn't realize it was you. I'm so sorry.
Hey, don't sweat it. You guys have a tough job. I know how it is. How's the situation looking?
Oh, we've sealed off the theme park. Most guests are used to bizarre phenomena in the dreamscape, and so far, no threats have been detected. We can expect order to be restored soon.
Rest assured, Miss Robin will intensify our patrols to ensure that no incidents occur.
I trust you guys. But regarding what happened in the theme park, What do you hounds think about it? It's okay. Feel free to speak your mind.
Well,
Actually, I was there shortly after it happened. Is it true that the IPC's ambassadors came with ill intent? And that Galaxy Ranger who easily cut through the sky?
Miss Robin, tell you the truth, everyone's been talking about it. The myriad factions on Penacony have already been causing unease for everyone.
Thank you all for your loyalty towards the family. The planet of festivities has indeed run into some trouble. The representative from the IPC... he's trying to regain ownership of Penacony and is prepared for a hostile takeover. Of course, the family did not agree. The result of the failed negotiations is as you see it now.
No wonder. So this is the main reason why the IPC staff are banned from entering the Dreamscape. Did they apprehend the troublemaker in the end?
Don't worry. Mr. Sunday is currently tracking his whereabouts, and I'll have something to show for it soon. However, given the situation, the IPC surely won't let this go easily. Therefore, we are relying on you hounds to maintain the order and stability of the Dreamscape.
Please be assured, Miss Robin, we take our orders seriously. We won't let those IPC cronies get away with this.
Thank you for your hard work. If there are any other members who still feel uneasy, please tell them on my behalf that protecting the Dreamscape requires everyone's help. This is a small gift prepared by the Iris family for the guests. There's one for you too. Please, open it at the Charmony Festival for an unexpected surprise.
I can't believe I received a gift from Miss Robin. It feels like I'm dreaming.
If trouble comes knocking on...
You've had quite a bit to drink.
I'm sure you're okay.
Miss Robin? That's the renowned cosmic superstar, Miss Robin!
I didn't expect to meet a fan here. I'm honored. Welcome to Penacony, a world filled with wonderful dreams.
I can't believe I'm actually meeting the real Robin! Shouldn't you be preparing for the Charmony Festival?
Preparation is important, but the ceremony is fundamentally about sharing the Great One's harmony with everyone. If there's a chance to sing with everyone, I will not refuse. Regarding the recent mishap, I understand it negatively impacted some of our guests. As a member of the family, it's only right for me to come forward and offer my apologies to everyone.
But, are you sure it was actually a mishap? Everyone saw those chips descending like rain and the red light tearing through the sky. Claiming it was merely special effects seems a bit far-fetched. Plus, I met that generous gentleman. He looked really out of it and kept talking to himself. Is this also part of the performance?
Everyone, please do not panic. I believe that the family will give everyone a satisfactory answer in due time.
Even if you say so, Miss Robin, it's hard to believe.
Some people just never listen, do they? It's never ending. It just goes on and on. I'm getting really tired of this.
Miss Robin?
Still, I suppose I should keep on helping everyone. I am the epitome of joy, kindness, and goodness, after all.
Huh? What was I just doing? And, who might you be, miss?
Here, take this, little guest. This gift has been special. Make sure to take good...
We're back to where it all began. You entered the golden hour from this place. And it is also from here where you will enter the true Penacony. It is a pleasure to journey alongside you once more. But But it's time I laid bare the entire truth before you. As you might have heard, I also go by another name. Stellaron Hunter Sam. I'm sorry. I had no other choice. I know you have many questions. Do you remember when we encountered death in that strange dreamscape? When I was caught by that meme? In that instant before it killed me? I saw the reflection of another dreamscape in its ghastly pupils. So, following the clues in the script, I came up with some theories about the meme. That's why I instructed Silverwolf to issue invitations, drawing everyone to the Dreams Hotel. I intended to call upon death before you arrived, to solve the riddle using more direct means, and then invite you to join. However, contrary to my wishes, I couldn't defy the script. And I didn't get a chance to explain it to
ส
you.
คริปต์นี่หมายถึง
It is how you see
เหมือน
now.
เป็นแบบกา
I
รวางแผ
was
นของเขา
impaled by the bladed wings of death. The heavy pressure of
ดีนะครับ
concentrated
ทุกคน
memoria miasma exploded
กลับมา
in
เล่น
my
นะ
mind as if it was actually
ส่
reality.
วนในเรื่องลอสมาก เพราะ
But
ว่า
after
ไม่ได้
the
ดูเลย
momentary numbness
เล่น
subsided,
เล่นแล้วก็ฟาร์มอย่างเดียว
I found that my body was
ให้
absolutely
เล่นผ่านคอน
unscathed.
เทนต์ไม่ได้แล้วก็มี
I was still
ของ
alive,
ใช้มี
and it was
ของ
just
อัพ
as
ตัว
I
เลย
thought. I had arrived at a place starkly different from this beautiful dream. Beneath the dreamscape of Penacony lies another, more chaotic, more primal memory zone. Its name? Land of the Exiles.
แดน
And so, then I returned to the hotel in the dreamscape, hoping to tell you of its existence. Yet I could not reveal my own identity. So, I could only divert your party's attention and lure you away from the battlefield. And after, all my attempts proved futile. It wasn't until not long ago when a crimson blade of light shattered the high wall of the dream, causing you all to fall far into the abyssal depths of the dreamscape, that I was able to awaken you and your companions one by one. And that's it. That is all that's happened so far. I know it's tough to believe all this without reservations. I just want to say, you are very close to the final answer. Just one more thing needs to be done. And then I can prove it to you. Now, let's leave this place. Please close your eyes. Take a deep breath and visualize the dreamscape's outline in your heart. And remember, you must not open your eyes at all times. 3, 2, 1. Don't be afraid. The one who has come to greet us has arrived. I never knew you could do this. Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
That is surprising.
Why? Because this is Japella, the city of sins?
No, it's nothing. I'm just thinking that you haven't slept in 20 system hours. you sure you're okay?
I'm fine. I'll survive. Same goes for you.
I'm not so sure about that. Slow down a bit.
Infiltration is over. Feel free to activate Sam anytime you like.
There's still some time before the next part of the script unfolds. Let me stay a little longer in this body. Such a long tunnel.
In half a system hour, it will lead us to Kafka. And then comes the downfall of the Japella Brotherhood.
Is that also part of the script?
It's in your script too.
Sorry. I didn't...
Their destiny won't change just because of your select... I told you before. It's bad.
What about you then? Is this the moment you find...
As always, it's a blank slate. It's not on...
Because I'm currently in a car with a sleep-deprived driver.
This car has full self-driving capabilities. I'll just put my hand on the steering wheel.
Elio would always say there's only one type of destiny. The inescapable type. He can see the future, but before that moment arrives, we can still choose what we do.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. That's your next stop.
Land of the Dreams.
I hope you find whatever you seek there. Be it an...
Yeah. Glad to see you're safe and sound.
Close your eyes. This is the answer.
The question that has been perplexing us, does death really exist in the dreamscape, appears to be a cognitive trap. It was laid by those orchestrating events from the shadows to cover up. Every emergence of that meme is related to the Watchmaker. Since Dreamflux Reef is where it brings its captives, it's like...
The atmosphere here is starkly different from the beautiful dream. There are no regulators here like the family. And they all look like they're mildly dazed. But from the whispers of the residents, they've heard a familiar name. Gallagher.
It's that man again. Always in the right place at the right time. Though that does save us the trouble of looking for him. Himiko and March have already made a move. Get ready. We're about to set off.
The real dreamscape, the land of the exiles. Before we go, should we speak to everyone first?
Something on your mind? Let's talk. Before we found you, she'd already revealed her Stellaron Hunter identity and shared... Who would have thought that the Molten Knight's true identity was actually a young girl? But she didn't reveal... I hope you've regained a little...
I'm really sorry. 2 reasons. That aside, the time scale...
อะไรเนี่ยได้ของด้วยนี่เราต้องไปไงต่อหน้าผมอะ
Keep going straight down this alley, and it'll lead to an elevator.
พี่ส้มดูย้อนหลั
It'll
ง
take us to the center of the land of the exiles.
มันกิกะตาขอเก็บแล้วกันนะด้วย
Ooh, nice. But surely there's something better out there.
What a huge clocky. Looks like the watchmaker also left his mark on Dreamflux
ห
Reef.
ลับไปนะครับผมก็อยากจะหลับเหมือนกันผมก็อยากก็เล่นให้มันได้อัพตัว
Let's save some time.
มาแล้ว
Unbelievable. To think there's a settlement of this size within the dreamscape. And all beyond the family's reach. The atmosphere in this fortress is pretty different from that in the beautiful dream.
When I first saw it, I was in awe too. The sky here, it's like a reflection of the 12 dreamscapes. What's even more bizarre is that this place is also separated into trade and residential areas. The layout may be simple, but the facilities are very comprehensive. It seems that there are quite a number of people living here.
Though both dreamscapes have distinct styles, the architectural designs are quite similar. Works of the same hand, perhaps. Hard not to speculate on the connection. But there's no point in overthinking things. Let's meet up with Himiko and the others first.
Take a right turn at the end of this road and you'll reach the trade district. There are more people there. And perhaps someone knows where she is.
Not coming with us?
The Astral Express likely needs room for some internal deliberation. In the meantime, I'll try and locate Gallagher.
Sure. Let's reconnect later. Letting her go was the right decision. Further observations are needed before we decide whether to trust her. But first, there's someone I need to talk to. Let's go. I'm sure you've already noticed him. Look, over there. The Reverie Hotel's bellboy. How did he end up here? And right after Miss Acheron severed the beautiful dream. We'd better check, just to be sure.
Perfect for me. And
รับทราบ
perfectly legal for me to stay in.
เช็คกับเด็กพวกนั้นน่าจะเป็นที่ฟาร์มใหม่นะ เพราะว่ามีจุด
You're
วา
the
ร์ปเพียบ
guest from before. We meet again! And a new friend. Forgot to introduce myself.
มันมาจาก
I'm
เก
the
มแถวนี้
hotel's
เลยอะทุกคน
bellboy, Misha.
Hello, Misha. I'm Welt. We met in a dream. Oh. And who might this be?
Tick-tock! Old friend and new friend! Let's high-five!
Your, memory zone, mean?
Nope. Clocky is a good friend of mine. We all live here. How did you two get here? This dreamscape isn't supposed to be open to the public. I wonder if it has something to do with Sleepy.
So, this is your home?
Yep. After my work in the beautiful dream ends, I'll go back home. Commuting used to be more convenient, but Ever since travel became cumbersome, Sleepy started ferrying people back and forth between the two dreamscapes.
This Sleepy, can you describe what it looks like?
Sleepy is a memory zone meme. Looks fierce and has many eyes. But it's actually really well behaved. Gallagher's been taking care of it.
Based on the description, that meme is indisputably death. A nightmare for the family, but for the people who live here, well, that couldn't be further from the truth.
Death? Not in a dream, surely. Sleepy's just a little aggressive, and sometimes messes up by fetching the wrong guess. But it would never hurt anyone.
I see. Has it brought back any guests recently, say, in the last day or two? We're currently investigating a missing person case that occurred within the beautiful dream.
I see. Then you'll have to speak with Gallagher. But he's currently busy hosting a visitor from the Oak family and specifically asked not to be disturbed. Mr. Yang, the person you're looking for, is it Miss Robin?
Just as I thought. Considering what happened with Miss Firefly, this doesn't come as a surprise.
If you're looking for Miss Robin, I can lead the way. She told me that she'd be willing to meet with outside guests.
If it's not too much trouble. Also, we're looking for our missing companions. A woman with red hair accompanied by a girl with pink hair. Have you seen them?
Oh, I haven't. But please, rest assured. Dreamflux Reef is a small place, and it's not as bustling as the beautiful Dream. But its safety is unmatched. How about this? Since it's your first time here in Dreamflux Reef, I'll be your guide and help you find your companions. And then we can all go visit Miss Robin together. She's gone to Mrs. Grace's to visit the children. She won't be leaving anytime soon, so there should be enough time.
All right then, we'll follow your plan. Well, we now know the answer to both murder cases that have caused such commotion in Penacony. As for the intentions of the mastermind behind it all... no idea. But its connection to Gallagher is worth digging into. Say, you mentioned before that you saw a Clocky that only you could see, right? I can't shake off this strange feeling. Am I rude? Forget it. It's not important. We'd better just follow Misha.
ก็คือตามเด็กไปนะครับเด็กจะโชว์
Everyone, look! From here, you can see the most spectacular view of Dreamflux Reef.
A black
ป
hole?
กติใช่ไหม
No.
ที่จะมีแบ็ค
An
โฮล
accretion disk formed from consolidated memoria? Was Dreamflux Reef built?
Oh, so Mr. Yang is also versed in Memoria dynamics. I was just trying to figure out how to explain this huge hole to everyone. I bet you guys have a lot in common with Miss Kami.
อย่างนี้นะครับทุกคนในฮงไกสตาร์เร็วนะในเรื่องก็อย่างเงี้ยเมืองอะไรไม่รู้ ไม่รู้เลยสักอย่างเนี่ยประหลาดในเมืองเล็กนะ ไม่ค่อยได้ตามในเรื่องด้วยดิที่มันจำเป็นจริงๆถึงต้องเล่นแล้วก็พยายามเข้าใจมันนะ ต้องอัพตัวกันต่อ
Look, there she is. My calculations are finally done. In another 10 system hours, the above dream will swallow the dream below. My hypothesis was correct. This place will cease to exist as the dream devours everything. Who are you all, and why haven't you left yet?
This place is about to disappear. I'm Kami, a dreamscape surveyor specializing in Memoria dynamics, and this is my life's work that I'm researching. See that huge gaping hole? It was just a narrow rift many years ago, but now it's grown into a giant hole. The surrounding Memoria has been flowing towards the other end of the hole at a constant velocity, slowly but surely. But the scary part is, according to my calculations, the flow rate of Memoria has recently changed, and it's faster than ever before. It's almost as if something is sucking it in from the other side. By constantly improving upon Madame Rosalina's Memoria measurement method, I've finally obtained accurate results. After 10 system hours, the Dreamflux Reef will cease to exist. It will disintegrate like a melting glacier, and then fuse with the sweet dream fragments on that side of the void.
Please don't worry. This sort of thing has happened many times before. Miss Kami isn't a bad person. She's just a bit lost in her own world. She'll probably realize she's wrong soon enough.
You don't say. There was something else that piqued my interest. Who is Madame Rosalina?
Oh, do you know her too? Or are you also a fan of Memoria dynamics?
We're very interested in Madame Rosalina's achievements. Could you tell us a little more about them?
Why, of course! She's an excellent scholar of Memoria dynamics, and the first person to apply Memoria rate measurement methodology on interstellar travelers. Regrettably, due to the presence of the Garden of Recollection, ordinary people don't pay much attention to the nature of Memoria. She departed this world without much fame, leaving only a few thin journals behind. I came to Penacony to learn more about my idol, and went to great lengths to seek out Dreamflux Reef, all because this is her final resting place. Prodigies always meet their demise prematurely. If only Madame Rosalina had more time, she would have discovered a way to reverse the flow of Memoria. I felt it. The source is in the golden hour. There is a certain anomalous presence stirring the currents of the memory zone. I must uncover more concrete proof. I must convince everyone.
Does the name Madame Rosalina sound familiar to you? That's right. It seems like she did a great deal of research and calculations in Dreamflux Reef before.
Miss Kami regularly mentions her. I hear Madame Rosalina passed away during the prison war. She could see the Penacony of today. Its people, building homes, and... Our destination is the commercial district. That's where the largest crowds gather in Dreamflux Reef. We might be able to find the others there.
Let me... Ghost! There's a ghost! Don't come...
Oh my. I'm human and so are you. Can you get a grip? Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you two. Quickly, come help. I bumped into a member of the family on the way here. He was so scared and I just wanted to calm him down. But...
Let me go! Let me go! I've only done good in my life.
Well, this is how it turned. Ha ha, you're a regular comedian. He thinks he's dead. Although, when I first fell in, I also thought the same.
Dear guest, this is not the afterlife. This is Dreamflux Reef.
That's right. Did you hear that? Repeat after me. Dreamflux Reef.
You're talking to someone invisible. If I'm not dead, what am I? I shouldn't have pushed my luck and tried sleeping in my dream. Bessie! Stop asking! You'll alert the monsters! All the dead are...
You're not talking about the memory zone.
Don't say that name! It's all your fault.
Time for a buzz.
I won't do.
This is double speed.
Never hesitate!
เอาโซ่ไปเลยสิครับ
I think something bit me.
Time to lose!
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
แบกด้วย
Time for a buzz.
Like a shadow!
Too slow.
He passed out. His intense negative emotions attracted the nearby memory zone memes.
I see. But why aren't the other people around here scared?
Unlike in the Sweet Dream, people here don't see memory zone memes as dangerous monsters. And even if they pose a threat, people can easily escape by forcing a wake-up call. But we can't just leave this man here. Can we take him somewhere safe?
We can ask Jessie for help. I've gotten to know many locals while waiting for you guys. Everyone here is living a self-sufficient life. I don't know how to describe it, but this place feels like the real dreamscape.
I remember when this place was...
No! At this rate, the family will be done for! Done for!
นี่รู้ร้านอะไรอ่ะจะขอแวะหน่อยแล้วกันนะ What the hell เดี๋ยวค่อยนะน่าจะไม่ได้ใช้ตอนเนี้ย
Let's see how you handle it.
Sometimes it's nice to slow down a bit.
Evening,
ขอบ
Jessie.
คุณผิดคนนะสวัสดีนะครับทุกคน
Is it evening?
Welcome, Miss March. Who might these be?
สวัสดีนะครับ
These two are my friends. As for the man lying on the ground, he's a scaredy cat who fainted from fright.
เก็บในเรื่องกันนะช่ว
I
งนี้
see. Another poor guy who accidentally ended up here. I'll take care of him. There have been a lot of new faces lately. Things must be tough in the beautiful dream. The few remaining havens of freedom in Asdana will soon face trouble.
Do such things often happen here?
Not really, but they're becoming more frequent now. Guess it's one of the
ไม่
signs
ต
of
ด
the
นะ
sweet dreams.
แต่โยกเก้าอี้ โยกเก้าอี้
This man has had quite the shock. Could you help me find a Halovian lady march? Her songs can heal mental wounds.
A Halovian lady?
That must be Robin. She's also here in Dreamflux Reef.
Huh? Robin? But I thought she... Oh, right. If Firefly is here safe and sound, then it means Robin must be okay too.
Misha is about to take us to her to find out what happened. But before that, let's meet up with Himiko. You were with her earlier, right?
โอเค
We met some stowaways in the residential area. Most of them came from neighboring star systems.
I heard that places like Dreamflux Reef are scattered throughout the memory zone of Asdana, like islands in the ocean. They existed before the family arrived. I also heard that when Dreamflux Reef took shape, it was the center of all dreamscapes in Penacony.
If that's true, it's no wonder there are so many similarities between this place and the Sweet Dream.
Himeko must be gathering information. Let's hurry up and get going.
มาไปกันต่อ
Let's see how you handle it.
No! At this rate, the family will be done for.
This is where we split up.
So that's how it is. I never
Mình phản
imagined
chụp rồi.
we'd gather the remaining details here.
ดีนะครับ
To borrow Gallagher's catchphrase, what an unpredictable twist of fate.
Himeko, here they are.
Ah, perfect timing. Now that everyone's here, I'd like to introduce everyone to Micah, who's partly in charge of the Land of the Exiles. Micah, these are my companions.
It's a pleasure to meet the Nameless.
You know us?
I've been keeping an eye on you since the day you arrived in Penacony. We would have met under more appropriate circumstances if Dreamflux Reef hadn't been isolated from the 12 dreamscapes. Please, allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Micah, the Gravekeeper of Dreamflux Reef.
Gravekeeper?
Life in Dreamflux Reef is pretty liberating. Everyone here mostly keeps to themselves, without meddling in others' affairs. My daily task involves
ผมปรับ
cleaning
ใน
a
เรื่อ
few
งได้ปะ
tombstones.
ไม่ปรับเพลงอะจะหลับ
You're
แล้ว
too modest, Micah. When lost dream chasers stumble upon this place, you're the one who takes care of them, guiding them back to the sweet dream, or showing them how to survive the wild dream chaos.
So, guardian of sorts.
Were you talking to me, Mr. Yang?
On that note, Mr. Mika, which tombstones are you referring to? We didn't come across any graveyard when we arrived.
They're actually just symbolic stones. But since you're curious, Mr. Yang, I'll take you there. I have a feeling you might find something of interest there. But before that, you have an important guest joining you.
An important guest? Who could it be?
This way, please.
ของ
The roads here in Dreamflux Reef are a bit run down, so watch your step.
ไปกันต่อ
I remember when this place was all hustling and bustling. Look, nothing is.
ของอีกแล้ว
Sometimes it's nice to slow down a bit.
There she is.
Everyone sang so wonderfully. It's not often that I tried this music style, but I've gained some valuable insights from it.
Oh, I can't thank you enough, Robin. Well, these kids have made incredible progress in only a few days.
It was nothing, Grace. I merely taught them how to sing. It was you who brought hope into their lives. Life must be quite difficult for them in reality, I imagine.
That's right.
Whenever it's time to say goodbye to these kids, they're reluctant to leave. But I've explored every corner of Dreamflux Reef, talked to everyone I met, and they all told me the same thing. This shattered dream is not worth clinging to.
It seems you truly are a child of the Harmony. Emma and Andy are orphans I took under my wing. Carol there, with her blind eyes, used to work at a nutrition center in the outer ring of Penacony. And as for Gary, he's been living with autism since he was a child. They're not old enough to enter the sweet dream managed by the family. If we compare people to birds, these kids are like fledglings with impaired wings. But in this dream, well, they can fly freely. Even if they stumble along the way, well, they're still relying on their own strength. And me, an old lady with no legs. Well, without this dream, I couldn't even walk toward them.
I'm glad that you found a new life here in Penacony. It's just...
Don't worry, Robin. Dreams have their significance, but they aren't everything. Both the children and I understand this. No matter how long we fly through this dream, we will one day return to reality. But you know what? Emma and Gary aren't plagued by their insecurities anymore. No, and Carol is learning how to cope with her blindness. And Andy is livelier than ever. Well, even I've become more optimistic. You see, in dreams, we learn how to live. Once we return to reality, we learn how to survive.
And should our feathers be damaged, then we share our wings with one another. There's no need to covet an illusory sky in dreams, because we have the right and the ability to fly towards a broader horizon.
It's a relief to see you safe and sound, Miss Robin.
It's nice to see you all again, Astral Express crew. I heard my disappearance caused quite the commotion out there. I'm really sorry about that.
Since you're here, can we assume that you're fully awake?
Ever since I returned to Penacony, my voice started to change, until it gradually faded away. At first, I thought it was a temporary ailment, perhaps due to having been away too long. I thought maybe it just takes some time for my body to acclimate to the high concentration of Memoria and Asdana. But now it seems the root of the problem goes way beyond me. There are elements around me that don't align with the harmony. Losing my voice is just one of the signs of the Sweet Dreams collapse.
The Sweet Dreams collapse. That memo keeper mentioned the same thing. So it's real.
While I was away from Penacony, the boundaries of the 12 dreamscapes kept expanding outward. Whenever I mentioned the anomalies in the dream, all the family heads refused to talk about it. Only my brother was willing to respond. Later, I discovered the secret letters from the IPC ambassador, which further convinced me that there are hidden secrets beneath the surface of Penacony. So, following the clues in the Oak family's dossiers, I found my way here. The land of the exiles, concealed by the family under the guise of death. A dream within a dream, where Penacony's past is buried.
Hearing you speak, it sounds as if your voice has made somewhat of a recovery.
I hate to admit it, but the harmony in this place resonates more broadly than within the Sweet Dream. It's regrettable, but the family has experienced betrayal. The traitor, or traitors, abandoned their original principles and, using the name of harmony, exploited people's weaknesses to turn Penacony into the planet of festivities, trapping everyone in the illusion of the Sweet Dream. This is not the strong defending the weak, but rather the strong exploiting the weak. A world without equality won't ever be favored by the harmony. And naturally, those voices blessed by them have lost the ability to sing.
Could there be another force influencing the family's shift in philosophy, Miss Robin? Considering what happened with Acheron, it's difficult to conceive of another entity within the realm of the harmony capable of influencing everyone. Unless a power surpassing that of an emanator is involved.
I'd heard heard about what happened to the Xianzhou Alliance. But as far as I'm aware, the family hasn't faced any such external interventions. Who knows? Perhaps I've just been away too long and missed something. Regardless, I cannot accept my home is moving towards the very opposite of what the Harmony represents, while still claiming to uphold it. I must uncover the reason why Mikhail cut ties with the family, and who exactly it was who betrayed us all. Do you remember our arrangement, Mr. Micah? Well, I've decided to forgo my role, and never step foot on the Charmony Festival.
Look here, brother. A little bird.
Looks like a fledgling, but Charmony doves don't live here.
It looks weak and
This place is too dangerous.
Okay.
I'll ask.
A cage?
Let's see. Oh,
I do. But I don't...
why?
Even if it's small and not fully feathered, and can't sing, it didn't come... Birds.
I think she's right.
Ah, I see. As you probably know, we've seen the their ancestors after countless...
So...
Well, that's an idea.
I think people...
That's an
For now,
Well...
We will take good...
Yeah.
And what might...
What if... I mean, should we let them go?
Talking in your sleep, Birdie? You look a little unsteady. Need a hand? Yeah.
Where is Robin? Tell me.
I knew that was going to be the first thing you'd ask. Don't worry, your sister is here, safe and sound. She's probably walking around. If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself. After all, right in front of you is the guy who just stabbed you in the chest with a dagger.
If you wanted to kill me, you wouldn't give me the chance to speak. Just tell me your demands, lackey of the Watchmaker.
So, you figured out who I am, huh? No wonder you had the
choice.
You are aware of my plan.
ตีกันกี่โมงครับ
I'm suggesting we
อยากเห็นการตีกันครับ
I find it hard to...
Fine. You don't have the sense of justice.
Show me, Robin.
All right. As you wish.
Huh?
What's your trick this time?
Just kidding. I mean...
And the crew, too. There are too many people who you owe.
That'd be...
This is the monument I mentioned earlier.
Rosalina, and...
When Penacony was known as, however...
Their names are inscribed.
According to Micah,
Rosalina was killed. Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger. In the decade following the war...
The way I'd expect...
True to the title.
When Dreamflux here we meet again.
Robin.
จะปรับเสียงเพลงซะหน่อยนะครับทุกคนก่อนที่จะหลับนะเสียงดนตรีเอาลงสัก2เลยงั้นน่าจะหลับสรุปเสียงเบาง่วงกว่าเดิม
So let's talk about our business first. What do you say?
That sounds sensible enough. Since you went through the trouble of gathering the family heads, the crew, and the Stellaron hunters, I'm guessing you have something important to say, Mr. Gallagher?
Oh, is it that obvious?
The look on your face is practically screaming, I'm the one behind all this.
You're right, Mr. Yang. It is indeed time to come clean on everything. The siblings already know what they need to, and they've made their choice. But you, Nameless, arrived a bit late. So it's only fair that I answer your questions. Before we begin, let me reintroduce myself. I'm the founder of Dreamflux Reef, the deputy of the Watchmaker, and the one who sent out that invitation. As Gallagher, the history fictionologist, I humbly extend my greetings to you all.
history fictionologist? So what, everything you told us was made up?
Well, don't worry. Almost everything I shared was true. Well, except for the part about the family accepting me back.
I double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the family, the watchmaker, and Mikhail is true.
Thank you for your understanding. Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're all wondering why I went through the trouble of setting up this battle for the legacy. Inviting different factions, and stirring up a ruckus all over Penacony. Well, it all boils down to something very familiar to all of you.
The Stellaron? But
you're totally correct. How keen. Well, what should I say? I expected nothing less. The sweet dream doesn't come out of thin air. To achieve this feat, without that, and that's not something in Azdana, the plan. It all started. The Stellaron first in. The turning point came by the time a representative.
And I suppose the family.
Not just that. Those 3 eras.
Then.
Remember the island. It's people's lives. Confusion. Sadly, we realized at my wit's end, I had dormancy.
So
it's not just that.
So.
If you want.
If that's the case.
That's a question for Mr. Are you done talking? So, will you tell us where the Stellaron is?
It is...
As I suspected. It's the embodiment of the family. The edifice that first...
As for the person who employed its power, it is in fact...
Well, that was easier than I thought. Did you conduct your own investigation already?
Correct. When I was trying to track down the person who murdered my sister, apart from you, Gopherwood was my second suspect.
Confronting me first turned out to be a smart move on your part.
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive, and even the heads of the families can hardly get an audience with him. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to my sister and me. And I didn't want it all to end like this.
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, my brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. We grew up as orphans, and were adopted by the family when they came to help. Mr. Gopherwood recognized our potential and brought us to Penacony. But I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't use my voice to support an evil cause. I won't step on that stage and sing, no matter who the traitor is, or what orders they give me. I won't let the Charmony Festival become an event that destroys Harmony itself, or the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed. For the paradise in our dreams. As the head of the Oak family, I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. Robin and I will head into the Sweet Dream and confront the Dream Master. And if it turns out that the family has truly strayed from the Harmony, I'll fight alongside you. We'll put the Charmony Festival on hold and make sure Mr. Gopherwood pays for his blood debt.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here, who can barely even bark. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up? Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a shot at success.
We have always been following in the footsteps of our nameless predecessors. And there's no reason to stop now.
Yeah, we nameless won't back down from a challenge. Isn't that right, Mr. Trailblazer? That line actually makes me a bit nervous.
Rest assured, sitting on the sidelines isn't in our nature. Mr. Sunday, Miss Robin,
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you all very much.
The Charmony Festival is about to start, and time is against us. We must hasten.
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations. I may have been quick to step up to the plate, but confronting...
Huh? Even you're saying that, Mr.
He's the leader of the family.
Maybe you can just stay behind me?
No, that won't do. You're still carrying the key... Huh. I knew it. As I suspected, this chip aventurine, if I'm right...
Aventurine?
Remember what I said earlier? If negotiation, the only question mark and...
Good luck to you.
Well, you...
Spoken like a true hero. Even if the Dream Master...
Don't you have some...
Why would you say...
Before we departed, if I'm not mistaken.
I've been watching over you. Miss Himiko.
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless.
Hey, you can't just make up titles like that.
You're full of energy. Please, send my regards to the conductor, Pom Pom. Please let them know that their friend has fond memories of his time aboard the Express, which he As for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and on his deathbed, come with me.
Okay. เริ่มเลยเหรอ
Back here again.
Sometimes I feel like you're still alive, old friend. Like you've still got so much to say. I've kept my promise. Brought the future trailblazers you've waited so long for. I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train. But I remember your last words. Don't let us down, old man.
What's happening?
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. The first and last Nameless of Penacony. Mikhail Char Legwart, the Watchmaker.
ไปต่อเลยพอแค่นี้ครับทุกคนเรายังไหวกันนะเรายังไหวกันซะไหวก็ไปแม้ข้างหน้าจะบอสใหญ่แค่ไหนไม่หวั่นอยู่แล้วผมพร้อมที่จะรวบตลอดเวลาบอสไหมบอสไหมทุกคนบอสแหละ
Sure enough, the Watchmaker is the third Nameless. Even I could guess that one.
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. I believe inside that bubble, there's something that holds meaning only for the Nameless. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe some Trailblaze runes? Even more enigmatic than me.
Well, let's have a look.
Wait, what's going on? Seriously? There's nothing inside this dream bubble? How could a dream bubble be empty?
Just as I suspected. That old man always had this strange belief in the nameless and the trailblaze. And I never understood where he got that confidence from. Especially since he never managed to get in touch with the Express while he was alive. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. But this empty dream bubble is so typical of him. He was always full of weird fantasies and incomprehensible romanticism. That mischievous old man. Well, I didn't expect him to leave anything concrete behind anyway.
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the most precious thing of all.
Don't start getting all philosophical on me, all right?
Just as Mikhail believes in the nameless of the future, we unconditionally believe in the nameless of the past. How could they leave with regrets for the future when they were ready to dedicate their lives to the land they loved? There must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just we haven't figured it out yet. You also have faith in the Watchmaker, don't you, Gallagher?
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. My philosophy forbids me to have faith in anything. That's why I understand what faith means in the path of Trailblaze. And I also want to know what he left behind. I'll leave it to you guys then.
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store. It's for Mikhail, and for the future of Penacony.
Hey.
Welcome to the Reverie Hotel. How may I help you?
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express, and we'd like to check in.
The Astral Express? But I thought...
Yes, my companion's already checked in. My name is Dan Hung, and I believe my personal information is recorded in your system.
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be coming due to a change of plans.
Now the plans have changed again.
And you are...
Me? I'm Pom Pom, a new Nameless who's also with the Astral Express.
He's my fellow trailblazer. We responded to the family's invitation before he boarded the Express, so he wasn't registered in your system. Is it possible to accommodate him as well?
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar situation. Seems like a lot of people are joining the Trailblaze these days. Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. Just give me a second to contact your companions. I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other members of the Astral Express.
What do you mean by unable to reach them?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this. However, the system indicates that those guests are still in the Dreamscape.
How about this? Give me their room number, and we'll go check on them ourselves.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I need to verify both of your identities before I can share any guest information.
How about you just wake up someone? Let's say, Welt?
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding forced awakening. It cannot be done without the proper clearance.
So nothing works, huh? What's your solution then? Are you saying we sleep here? At the reception?
Please be patient. We need to contact your companions in order to confirm your identities.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities before you can contact our companions.
It seems so.
Fudge! Look, nothing personal, but if you can't handle this, go find someone else who can, okay?
Please calm down, dear guests. I do recall that Mr. Sunday, the Oak family head, personally handled this issue earlier. Oh, please wait a moment while I contact him.
I don't think she's trying to give us a hard time. She really just doesn't know what to do.
I have a bad feeling about this. You tried to contact them on the Express earlier, but they didn't respond.
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment. You can stay here with the receptionist.
Sure thing. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Don Home seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
ครับทุกคนนี้เดี๋ยวลองมาต่อกันข้างหน้านะโคตรไม่รู้เรื่อง คืออยู่ๆเรามาเล่นมาดูจริงจังตอนนี้ไงเราคือก่อนหน้านี้ก็เล่นผ่านๆให้มันสู้ๆนะงงเหมือนกันโอเคไว้เจอกันครับไว้มาต่อนะ